Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we'll be exploring the life of the world-renowned American boxing champion and promoter, Floyd Mayweather. To be more specific, we'll be looking at his biography, lifestyle, and net worth. Let's get started. Who is Floyd Mayweather and what was his early life like? Floyd Mayweather is regarded as a world-renowned American boxing promoter and professional champion. He's also the 5th highest-paid athlete in history and is considered one of the 6 athletes whose career earnings are above $1 billion. He was born on the 24th of February 1977 in Michigan. His father, Floyd Mayweather Sr., was a professional boxer during his time and was well renowned for defeating Sugar Ray Leonard during their match. Also, his uncles Roger and Jeff are former professional boxers and even trained Floyd several times during his career. Unfortunately, his mother was a drug addict when he was growing up, which sort of affected his social and personal life. His father, on the other hand, wasn't always present in his son's life. However, when Floyd grew up a little older, he started spending some time with his father at the boxing gym and got to learn some tricks. It wasn't too long, however, before his father was sent to jail for drug trafficking. When this happened, he had to live with his grandmother, who was the only stable person in their family at the time. To keep himself busy and to avoid thinking of the separation between he and his family, he chose to put all of his time and effort into boxing. With time, he dropped out of high school and decided he would pursue boxing full-time. As a result of his efforts, he won national Gold Glove championships in 1993, 94, and 96. Also, he had an amateur record of 84-4, which landed him a bronze medal at the Atlanta Olympics. 1996 was such a breakthrough year for him because that was when he bagged his first professional fight that took place on October the 11th. He successfully knocked out Roberto Apodaca, his opponent at the time, in the 2nd round. He was so dedicated to his boxing career and always wanted to honor his father through his skills. As he blended into his career, he set a professional boxing record of 50 wins and 0 losses, out of which 27 of the wins were by knockout. What a star. Floyd Mayweather's notable fights. We won't be doing the man any justice without mentioning some of the excellent boxing matches that he's participated in since the onset of his career. The first one being Floyd's match with perhaps one of the fiercest opponents of his career, Manny Pacquiao, in 2009. Everyone was so excited to see the turnout of the war, but the two opponents couldn't really reach an agreement, so the fight fizzled for many years. Because he needed to continue with his career and showcase his skills to the world, so he went on to defeat Shane Mosley, otherwise known as Sugar, in April 2010, followed by Victor Ortiz in 2011. In May of 2012, he defeated Miguel Cotto, then earned about $50 million for defeating Robert Guerrero in May 2013. In September of the same year, he earned $75 million after fighting Saul Alvarez. At that time, he set a record for the highest purse in boxing history. Later in 2015, the unsettled boxing match between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao finally took place on May 2nd. Matter of fact, it was rated the highest revenue-generating fight in boxing history. To eliminate any uncertainties in the process, the two opponents agreed to split all the profits 60-40, so Pacquiao got $150 million and Mayweather made his $250 million off the fight. In 2017, he went ahead to fight in the highest-grossing pay-per-view boxing event in the world, the one between Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. The fight literally generated a lump sum of $700 million, out of which Floyd made a clean $300 million. In June this year, he fought Logan Paul, the YouTuber, in an exhibition match that earned him $35 million. Floyd Mayweather's net worth. Believe it or not, Floyd Mayweather's net worth is currently at $450 million, which crowns him as the richest boxer of all time. In fact, his total career earnings sums up to be $1.1 billion. Let's talk about this a little more. Generally, Mayweather is the 5th topmost paid athlete of all time. And the most interesting thing about him is that he became wealthy even after his relatively scant endorsement earnings. First things first, he earned $500 million from only 2 fights. As for the first fight, he fought Manny Pacquiao in 2015 and earned $250 million. As for the second, he fought Conor McGregor in 2017 and earned a clean $300 million. Actually, during his peak boxing years, he was consistently the highest paid athlete in the world. Well, even though he seems to have the least endorsement deals, he can still earn $150 to $300 million every year, just by fighting alone. Outside of the ring, he is able to seamlessly bag $10 million from endorsements per year. Isn't the man just sorted for life? What does Floyd Mayweather own? The most exciting thing that Floyd Mayweather owns is his 11-bedroom, custom-built 22,000 square foot mansion in Las Vegas. The house cost him about $10 million, and he even went ahead to purchase another 13,000 square foot mansion in Vegas for $9.5 million. He lived in his second home for about 8 years before he decided to move into his 11-bedroom palace. That's not even where it ends. Floyd purchased another mansion in Beverly Hills, which cost him $25.5 million. He furnished the house for $500,000 and even ensured that the house has a 12-seat movie theater, a candy shop, and a 300-bottle wine room. Additionally, he has an apartment in New York City, a strip club in Vegas, Girl Collection, and the Mayweather Boxing Club in Vegas. Now let's get into his car collection, which is definitely mind-blowing. Floyd has $15 million worth of high-end cars in his garage that he's never really driven, and has bought over 100 cars from Tobin Motor Cars in Las Vegas. His collection features timely machines, such as a $3.5 million Bugatti Chiron, a $1.4 million Pagani Huayra, a $5 million Koenigsegg CC-XR Trevita, and even has 16 Rolls-Royces. Literally like a car for each day of the year. To make his car collection even more interesting to look into, he would only get them in black and white, then park all the white ones in one mansion and the black ones in another. How about that? We cannot forget to mention that Floyd gifted himself a $60 million Gulfstream G650 jet for his 41st birthday, which he uses to fly in with his closest associates. He then purchased a second one, a $30 million Gulfstream 3, which convoys with his first jet, carrying his entourage. Mind you, his 20-person entourage features a massage therapist, bodyguards, and a barber, whom he probably won't need because his head is already shaved. We're even more astonished by his stunning million-dollar jewelry collection, which he confidently flaunts. Floyd has more than 40 luxurious and high-fashioned watches worth $3 million. He explicitly owns an $18 million watch made by Jacob the jeweler. This specific watch is so special to him because it features about 239 baguette diamonds that are around 3 carats each. The watch is so valuable to him that he's even dubbed it the billionaire of his collection. Has he been involved in any scandals throughout his life? Because of his parents' history, most people tend to judge Floyd Mayweather's life. Unfortunately, there have been multiple allegations of financial problems in his life, but somehow he's always managed to sort it all out with the help of his legal team. Also, he has gambling habits which have frequently gotten him into trouble, but I don't think we're ready to talk about much of that. What is Floyd Mayweather's dating life like? We cannot end today's video without talking about Floyd Mayweather's dating life. He's currently dating the gorgeous Anna Monroe, who is the head exotic dancer at his Las Vegas club, Girl Collection. She's currently 29 years old and works as an exotic dancer, model, entrepreneur, and influencer in Las Vegas, Nevada. There is even a more exciting twist to their relationship. You actually won't believe this. Floyd Mayweather first set his eye on Anna Monroe when she was trying to apply for a job at his club in Las Vegas. He was so marveled and actually rejected her offer. The following day, she received a call asking her to go back to the club. And to her surprise, she found Floyd Mayweather waiting for her with a candlelit dinner and told her she was the lead girl. Since then, they became closer than ever, and his club has been booming. However, their relationship became public towards the end of last year. The publicity angered Floyd Mayweather at first, because he really wanted their relationship to remain private. However, he decided to go public with their relationship at the beginning of this year. He eventually proposed to his lady, and they are now engaged and definitely living their best life. Well, at least that's what we're getting from the picture on social media. Thanks for watching.